if you take anything from this video, it's this. Have good hygiene. Like, why are you coming to school and you stink? At the end of the day, that boy's gonna get what he wants and he's gonna leave. There is gonna be drugs. Having a good rep is really important. Just because it's suspended once, like, you're done. Well, you know. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Eva.
Of course I'll be pushing they buttons. I hold up control like the gamers. Like that, keep it a stat. Bitches is active, we keeping it crack. Bad little redhead, she about the black. We come out, it's a movie, but we don't do bad.
And today, as you can see by the title, we are doing a freshman advice video. I am so excited to start off my back to school series with this video. For those of you who don't know, I am a junior in high school, so I'm just excited to give y'all advice. So let's just get into this video because I'm super excited. So the first topic I would like to talk about is grades. When you get to high school, I feel like everybody be like, oh yeah, freshman year don't count, like it's your first year, don't stress too much about it, stress about it. Actually, don't stress about it, but like care about your grades, because I feel like freshman year is actually the most important year to care about your grades, because it's just like, this is your first year of high school, this is your foundation. Like, let's say you have 2 point something in your freshman year, and the rest of your year you do good, like 3.5 and up. That freshman year can mess up your whole GPA. So I would say start good. Like, if anything, like have a good GPA for your freshman year, and if you want to fuck up, do it in like 12th grade, bro, because freshman year is like, it's your foundation. So I would say keep good grades, and it also looks good on your transcript to know that like, okay, this kid has been doing good since freshman year. So I would say your freshman year grades do really matter, and don't listen to someone if they tell you otherwise. Like, and it just kind of puts you into like a routine, like, okay, like good grades, and it kind of like sets a path. So I would say keep good grades, like maintain a good GPA, because it really does come in handy in the future. The next topic I want to talk about is hygiene. So I would say have good hygiene. Like, why are you coming to school and you stink? It's 7 in the morning and it reeks. Why? Shower every morning if you need to. Do deodorant, lotion, perfume, do all of it, because people notice when you stink, or when you're ashy, or when your hair is not done. Like, people notice those things. So I would say have good hygiene, and carry gum on you, carry like a mini deodorant, mini perfume, all that, because it's just good. Like, you never know when something's gonna happen, and you just need to like freshen up after gym or something like that. So I would say keep those things on you, because people notice when you have bad hygiene, and people definitely will talk about it. They will definitely talk about you and be like,
oh my god, I don't want to be around her like she stank, or
oh my god, look at him, he gotta stand on his drawers, like, I don't want to be around him.
Like, people will talk about you. So I would say having good hygiene is really, really, really important in high school. And even teachers will notice. Like, I feel like teachers, I have definitely seen some teachers that avoided kids because they stink. And I know it's like wrong to do, but it happens. So have good hygiene. Like, if you take anything from this video, it's this. Have good hygiene, okay? All right. The next thing I want to talk about is boys. Don't take high school boys serious. Please don't take high school boys serious. It's not worth it, because most of the time they just want you for your body. I'm not saying all boys are like this, but a lot of them are, okay? And please don't like lose friends for boys. Don't change up how you act, change your personality, change up your appearance for a boy. It's just not worth it, because at the end of the day, that boy's gonna get what he wants and he's gonna leave, and you're gonna be lost. Like, you're not gonna know who you are, because you changed your whole personality, your whole lifestyle for this guy. So please don't switch up for boys. Don't be rude to don't be a pick-me, please. Please don't be a pick-me, bro. Don't switch up on your friends for boys. Don't cut people out of your life because of a boy. Like, it's high school. You're probably not gonna know this guy once you leave high school. Like, I guarantee you, it's not worth it. Like, it's not. So please don't switch up for boys. Don't switch up for nobody, okay? It's just not a good idea. And then let me tell you something. If you, okay, let's say you do switch up for this boy. Let's say you switch your personality, you stop talking to all your friends, you just do everything for this guy. it's most likely he's going back in his group chat talking about you, like, oh my god, yes, like, this girl changed everything for me, da 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 da. Like, you're just, at the end of the day, you're the one who's gonna be looking dumb as hell, and it's just like, no, no, no. The next thing I want to talk about is drugs. So I feel like, oh my god, why are these cicadas? I don't know why these cicadas are playing. Excuse that noise in the background. It's the cicadas. I feel like when you come to high school, like most high schools, like I feel like every high school you go to, there is gonna be drugs around. Like, it don't matter if you're popular, if you're really introverted and unknown, like, it don't matter who you hang around, there's always gonna be that one person who's like, they just do drugs, or like, you're just always gonna be around drugs in high school. Like, there is no going around it. It's just like, it don't matter what school you go to. It don't matter if you go to a public school, private school, Catholic school, Christian school, there's gonna be drugs. Like, I don't care what anybody says. It don't matter what high school you go to, there's gonna be drugs. And I would just say stay away from it. Like, I feel like drugs, it's honestly just a waste of money. Like, you're spending your money on drugs, and then what are you gonna do after that high or after you're drunk? Like, once this wears off, what are you gonna do after that? Like, I just feel like it's such a waste of money and time, and then it's affecting you internally, mentally, physically. Like, it's really not worth it. Don't do drugs, y'all. Don't. I would say, like, I don't know, I just really don't think it's worth it. Like, especially your freshman year, like, you're still a kid. Like, I feel like freshman year, like, you're only 14 or even 13 years old, because I was 13 freshman year because I have a late birthday. Like, you're still mad young. Like, don't intoxicate your body like that, because once you do drugs, like, your body is not the same. It don't matter if you do it one time, your body is just like, something changes. So please stay away from drugs. Say no to drugs. Let's talk about peer pressure. If you feel like you're being peer pressured, you need to walk away from the situation, especially if it's to do something bad, because I feel like there's a difference between good peer pressure and bad peer pressure. So I would say some examples of good peer pressure is like, you know, someone encouraging you to like sign up for a club or sign up for a sport you've been wanting to do, or you know, go and talk to somebody that you've been wanting to be friends with or like talk to. So I feel like that's a good type of peer pressure. Like, go do it. Like, but the bad type of peer pressure is like someone peer pressuring you into drugs, peer pressuring you into like fight somebody, peer pressuring you into just skipping class. Like, that is a bad type of peer pressure. That's the type of people you want to stay away from, because that's not gonna do anything but hurt you in the future, and it's just gonna hurt your whole high school career. Because once you start skipping class, once you start doing drugs, you start like, you know, doing all the things you're not supposed to, people are gonna notice, and that's gonna hurt your reputation so bad. Speaking of reputation, let's get into it. So I feel like having a good rep is really important, because I'm not saying like you gotta do everything for everyone. Like, you don't have to be a people pleaser. Like, you don't have to, like, let's say a couple of girls in your grade think like pink is the best color of all time. Like, if you don't wear pink, that means you're not, like, you're just irrelevant. You don't have to wear pink because they think like pink is so cool, and like, no. I would say just keep a good rep. Like, stay out of the way, stay out of drama, and just, you know, just have a good reputation, because people notice when your reputation is bad. Like, if you're like I hate to say this, but if you're like a thought, you're always doing drugs, you're just out of control, people notice. It's just like, oh yeah, that's that girl who always be stuck in the bathroom, or that's that girl who always be skipping class to go smoke. Like, people don't even have to know your name. People know who you are just by your reputation. So I would say have a good reputation, because it really does affect your career and like your social life. Because people will literally stop hanging out with you if you have a bad reputation. I promise you. It could be your best friend of like, I don't know, your best friend from like elementary school. Once you find out you have once they find out you have a bad reputation, even if they've known you for like all your lives, they will stop hanging out with you, because it's just like, I don't want people to think I'm a thought, or I don't want people to think I smoke every day, because that's not what I like. People will stop hanging out with you for that. So I would say have a good reputation, because it really do matter. And even teachers will notice. Teachers, they be hearing around. They definitely hear the drama. Like, they will look at you differently if you have a bad rep. So I would say have a good reputation because it keeps you out of trouble, it keeps you out of drama, it just keeps you out the way. So the next thing I want to talk about is fighting. Please, please, please don't get into fights. Like, it genuinely it's not worth it. It's really not. Like, I feel like you hear this in every video, but trust me, it's not. For example, let's say you're on a sports team or in a club. You're gonna get kicked off that sports team or club for fighting. Trust me, a lot of schools are very strict about fighting and violence. Like, they do not take it lightly. Once you get into one fight or once you get suspended once, like, you're done. And even if you don't get kicked off that team or club, you're probably not gonna even be able to participate or play in games because of that suspension or that whatever altercation you get into with someone else. So I would just say fighting's not worth it. And then you're not gonna know this person after high school. Like, you're literally gonna be 4 years goes by mad quick. I feel like time be going by mad fast. Like, after 4 years, like, you're not gonna know this person ever again. Once you leave that building, once you graduate, it's just like you're most likely never gonna see that person again. So what's the point of fighting? Like, genuinely, what you gain from it? Like, I understand if someone like hits you first and it's just like, all right, I gotta, hit a little too little, defend yourself. That's fine, but don't just go up to somebody and, like, even if you've been having problems with them, do not initiate the fight, because that's what will get you in trouble. It don't matter what the person did to you outside of school. Like, it don't matter if they cursed you and your mother out. It don't matter if they talked about your dads. It don't matter what they done to you. As soon as you put your hands on them first in school, you're gonna be getting in trouble. It don't matter. Like, that is just how the school sees it. That's how everybody in the office sees it. It's like, okay, you started to fight, so you're in trouble. So yeah. So the next thing I want to talk about is friendships and trust. Like, I don't know, it kind of goes in the same category. So I would say, I feel like everybody says this in their freshman advice video, but it's literally so true. Like, the friend group you come into high school with is a friend group you're not coming out of high school with that friend group. It's just like, you guys don't even have to end on bad terms. It's just like, it just don't work out. Like, you mature, they mature. Sometimes you just realize that the friendship was not meant to last, and that's that. So yeah, and another thing I would say is don't trust everybody. Not everybody's your friend. Don't be all buddy-buddy with everybody, because everybody is not your friend. Trust me, you could be in somebody's face, and as soon as they turn around, they will definitely be talking about you. And it's just like, don't trust everybody with your business, because once you tell somebody something, like, okay, let's say you have this one friend and you trust them and you tell them, oh yeah, I kissed John today. Boom, they go back and tell your whole grade. Now everybody thinks you kissed John, and then a rumor goes around that you probably did something with him in the bathroom, and that's what never happened. So I would say pick your friends wisely, and make sure if you're telling somebody like your personal business, make sure you trust them and know that they're not gonna go back and tell somebody. It's just gonna be tell a friend, he said. No. So just know that everybody's not your friend, and you can't trust everybody. Like, I know you're going into high school, like, to make friends and, like, build up, like, trust and friendships and all that, but don't trust everybody, because not everybody's your friend and not everybody wants to be your friend. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about friendship. Yeah. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is appearance. So I would say your appearance matters, especially in, like, the first month of school, because that's when you're getting to know everybody. That's when people are, like, getting to know you. That's when, like, people start to notice you. So I would say look good for at least the first month. Me, my freshman year, I don't know, I feel like I always tried to maintain, like, I always, like, tried to look good most of the time. Like, maybe I had, like, 1 or 2 off days, like, but I always tried to look good, because, I don't know, it was just, like, it kind of feels good to, like, get ready and, like, look good and, like, look presentable. I don't know, that's just me though. But I would say just try to look good, try to have a good presentation, because people will definitely notice you, and especially if you're trying to make friends, it's good to look aesthetic and, just have that good, like, look, be clean, and, you know, follow fashion trends and stuff like that. But yeah, I would say just look good for at least the first month. Like, I know it's hard to keep looking for outfits, keep making outfits and all that, but at least the first month, because me, well, 10th grade year, after like the first 3 days, I was in Crocs, but that's only because I was a sophomore. But freshman year, I was definitely maintaining a look, because it definitely helps you make friends. And people literally, I feel like high school is a very, very, very shallow place. So people will definitely be friends with you because of how you look, how you present yourself, if your hair is done, if you wear makeup, all that. So people will be friends with you just because you're pretty. So I would say put effort into your appearance. The next thing I would like to talk about is teachers. Have a good relationship with your teachers. Like, I feel like having a good relationship with your teachers is just like, it's so key. Like, what? It's like so important to have a good relationship with your teachers, because it will help you, one, in the future to like for college recommendation letters. Like, two, it's just good to have a teacher, like a different perspective to talk to. I feel like, yeah, you have your friends, but it's so much different when you're hearing it from an adult, like, and seeing how they see things. And yeah, I feel like it's just good to have a good relationship with your teacher, because, you know, if you ever need help with, you know, another class, they can help you with that as well. And then, like, if you ever have a problem with a teacher, you could literally just go to your guidance counselor and get switched out that class. No biggie. Like, teachers, I mean, your guidance counselor isn't gonna, like, who are they to stop you from switching your class if you have a problem with a teacher? I'm not saying, like, oh, just get switched out your class, because like, if you're in the wrong, like, don't get mad at a teacher. Please don't be disrespectful to teachers, because I feel like teachers, they already be going through a lot. Like, they had like, they're paid, they don't get paid enough for what they gotta deal with. So please don't be rude to a teacher. Like, I understand if a teacher's being rude to you, I'm not saying you gotta be rude back, but don't take no disrespect. Like, just be like, I don't like the way you're talking to me. But don't be rude to no teachers. And if you genuinely have a problem with a teacher, go to your guidance counselor and ask them to get switched out the class, and explain to them why you want to get switched out the class. But if you're like in the wrong, like, let's say a teacher has like a no phone policy and you're on your phone the whole class, and the teacher tells you to get off your phone and you like don't listen, like, that is your fault. You're in the wrong for that. Like, just get off your phone and pay attention, because it's gonna help you anyway. So I would say definitely get close to your teachers, have a good relationship with your teachers, and just get comfortable with your teachers, because teachers, like, I feel like teachers, they definitely be talking about students. And if you're a good student, you have, like, you're doing good in all in your teachers' classes, like, you participate, you talk to your teachers, you're polite, like, teachers notice. It gives you a good reputation. So I would say, and it just, I don't know, it helps you out as well, and like helps you out with other teachers, because let's say, all right, let's say your freshman year, you're nice to all your teachers, you're polite, you get their work done, you have good grades in their class. That will help you in the future, because there be teachers that you have, and like, okay, let's say you have another teacher in your 10th grade year, and they're like, oh yeah, I heard about you, like, Miss Johnson was telling me how you were such a good student in her class after the 10th year. Like, teachers will, like, the word about you will get around if you're a good student. So I would say just be nice to your teachers and have a good relationship with them, because it really does help you. It really does. So this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that post notification bell so you get notified every time I post. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.
I see you coming. Got my heart jumping like Jordan's. Play me like Spartan, do it all for me.